guys. Can you hear me all right? Well, there's nobody there. I'm at Denny's in Barstow, and calling this my last supper before Siberia. I just ordered a ham and cheese omelet. Take a look here. I wonder if you can see the comments. Hi, Sasha. Sarah. I don't have my glasses on. Leonardo. Doing good. Doing good. I'm in Barstow right now at the Denny's in Barstow. You can take a look. And I'm on a motorcycle trip. You're from South Texas. Hi, I'm from South Texas. How's it going, Kurt? So I got the helmets here, all my gears right there. Bike is out there in the parking lot, and I just came 80 miles from Los Angeles area. Ordered myself a dinner, and I'm gonna have myself some dinner, and then I've got another 100 miles to go to get to the ghost town of Siberia, where I'll stay the night. But man, oh man, is it cold! I mean, really cold out there. I stepped into this place and it was 80 miles, and I went over the San Bernardino Mountains, and I stepped in here, full body shakes. Hey, we're from Georgia, huh? Sarah Loves Cats TV. That's an interesting name. Fly to Russia. That would be cool. So I started doing this. I tried this on the Facebook. Oh, here comes my dinner. Great. Hot sauce I'm okay on. That's okay. Thank you. Syrup. Oh, thank you so much. Here, have a look at dinner. So I got myself a ham and cheese omelet, some hash browns, and a side of pancakes over there, and a coffee. Let's see if I can get her to refill the coffee for me. That would be good. Yeah, this is the last. This is my last big meal for a couple of days. Great. Thank you. Could I have some more coffee, please? Yeah, thank you. Put this over here. I wonder if that'll stay up. Okay, let's have some dinner here. Wait, I almost put the syrup on the eggs. So we'll pour some of this on the old flapjacks there. There we go. I forgot to spread the butter first, though. Breakfast never gets old. No, never gets old. It's, what is it, about 8 o'clock, 8:30 now? Yeah, can you hear me okay? And a little salt and pepper here. I'm in good shape. Sounds good? All right, that's excellent. So, if you're just coming on board, just joining, see that there's 9 of you. I'm actually stopping for dinner. Excuse my barbaric eating. I used to work at Denny's, fun place. Okay. One of my favorites. I love it. This is always my when I go to the desert. This is where I have my last meal before I enter the wilderness. This is my last bit of civilization before leaving. So I always stop here for my last good meal. And pick a high calorie, lots of good stuff. So after this it's going to be nothing but just the white balance. Maybe. Oh, you hear the wind? It's really blowing out there. After this, it's going to be just canned food. Oh, thank you very much. Needed to keep me warm. Thank you so much. Is it possible I could get some in the thermos?
Yeah, I'll bring you some.
Thank you. She's going to fill up my thermos. I'll be sucking on that for a day. Oh, hi from Fullerton. Welcome. Hi. You're not very far from me. I'm in Irvine. But I'm not in. I'll leave her a good tip. I'm not in Irvine right now. I'm in Barstow. At the Denny's on Main Street. I know it's not classy to eat in front of you. I apologize. Let's get some more coffee in us. I'm actually trying to eat pretty quick because I want to. Yeah, it is human. It's no different. Like if you'd be sitting at the table, I'd do the same thing, right? But you see my bad table manners. I'm trying to eat fast. Well, it's a balancing because I'm trying to warm up. I'm keeping my voice though because there's others. I'm trying to warm myself up, well, before I get back out in the cold. But also I want to get back out in the cold because it's just going to get colder. And I got another 2 or 3 hours on the bike. Although I'll be descending down deeper into the desert. And it should be significantly warmer down there than here. You're hungry? Get you some food. We'll feed the cats first, Sarah. Good to see you. Seeing you going lives. I spoke with you a few years back when you were first on Princess what? First person to bring lost you. Bring your wife as to bring your wife as I did. How was the omelet? Oh, yeah. Oh, I think I remember that. How'd all that turn out? You missed the canned pinto beans and flour tortilla burritos you made when you first arrived from Japan? Sometimes. Let's take him glasses. Hold on. Now I can read what you said. Yeah, I miss that sometimes, but I ate that almost every day for 14 months. So I think I had a lifetime supply. So you have 3 cats. Names are Thor and Loki and Diana. Cool. Be safe in Siberia, Kurt. I will try my best. Hey, Kurt, I don't think you will remember me. A long time ago, I used to making videos in Fukushima. Your words of encouragement were a big help back then. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Are you in Fukushima? Did you make your way to Fukushima, and how'd that all turn out? Are you there now? Well, I guess you wouldn't stay there very long, huh? Nobody would stay there very long anymore, sadly. So I'll tell you guys the truth. The only time you pass is when we to Vegas and back. Don't you ever stop here for gas? I was there helping a man rebuild his house after the earthquake. That's awesome, Zachary, sorry. Good job. I'm such a poor eater. And the further I get towards the desert, the worse I get. So, I'll tell you guys. If I buy your book off Amazon, does Amazon take a chunk of it? Amazon takes all of it. I don't get anything. So, the way it works out is the current price is, I think, $6.06. Amazon's publishing fees are $3-ish, something like that. And then like $2.50 is their profit, so to speak. And then as an author, I can't read them. I can apply my profit to that. So I could make the book $20 an hour and make $14, but I set my profit at 0. So I don't make anything. And likewise for the e-copy. And I saw there was a thing about the lift stories. Any crazy? Are there any stories you never told us when you were a Lyft driver? I don't think so. I think I told just about everything. Just watch your book. Watch you talk from yesterday on the commuting ride. Just remember, you have a book now. Oh, thank you. Ben, thanks for buying it. Here's a cool thing to know. I've been watching you for 5 years. It was amazing seeing your journey as a 13-year-old. I look forward to buying your book as well. Ben, well, anybody, if you thank you both. Thank you both. If you want, send me an email. dinnerbytheriver@gmail.com or softypapa@gmail.com. And if you order now, exclusive from an author. No, now I broke my glass. Exclusive, no. Let me know. But I will send you a rock that I polished from the Deepwater Wilderness. I know it's nothing, it's a rock. But the whole book takes place, for the most part, in the Deepwater Wilderness where I'm headed tonight. And so while out there, I collect, interesting rocks along the way. I take them home to the polisher and I run them through the polishing thingy. Hold on, I'm going to get a glass on. Here's a cool thing to know. I've been watching for 5 years. It was amazing. Oh, yeah, I saw that one already. Thank you. Zetsuan Nova, thank you very much. I read that, and I just wanted to make sure I thank you for that. And I do appreciate that. Well, it's interesting. It was about 15 when I started waking up in my head for stuff as well. So I hope you'll find the book interesting. dinnerbytheriver@gmail.com. Yes, that's exactly right. Send me the email, and I will send you a rock from the great Indifference. Is your daughter enjoying American high school? Yeah, she. Oh, Ben, please send me an email. That's great. Yes, Emily is really doing well. Straight A's. She's really enjoying American life. Has tons of friends. Driving. She's been driving for just about a year. She'll next month she will be past her one year probation, which means that she'll be able to begin hauling her friends around, which is a big deal because a lot of her friends aren't driving yet. She got a job. She works on the weekends and making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. You used to read the Greek Stoics? Mark, you're very perceptive. Very perceptive. In the back of the book, there's a recommended reading section, and you'll find stuff from I recommend stuff Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, things definitely. But unfortunately, I only discovered the Stoics late in life. I wish that I had found them when I was young, and what difference that would have made. Oh yes, so you'll lots of themes of the Stoics in my book. It's great to hear. I want to know because the change was so big in Japan. Yeah, we were worried about that too. She's adjusted better than we could possibly have hoped. What is your favorite color? Yellow is mine. Green. Somewhere in these layers, there's a green shirt and sweater. I love this one. I've got two of them. It drives my family nuts. It's like, why do you have two of the same one? Well, your first video is back when you did the little adventures in Japan, and I really resonated with the talk. Since I first saw your videos, I finished my driver's license for motorcycles. Good for you. I'm glad you went through the process. What kind of did you get a bike? One, is it possible to share? Oh, I can. Hold on. It doesn't share on Facebook, so whoa. Hold on. Now it says I'm live. Was I not live? For a moment there, was I dead? Do you still have the bed you used for bears? And I'm writing myself now. I have some small adventures in Australia. Awesome sauce. That's great, Ben. Do you have the bell you used for bears? I don't know what happened to that thing. I don't need it anymore, so, although, you know, it's a hat. Oh, I came really close to tossing, you know, that hat, leather Australian kangaroo hat, tossing it in the trash. And I'll read it when I left Japan. I'm gonna be a big to-do about all that. Making videos right up to the end. And I wish I had, because I was really, I didn't realize it at the time, but I was really at the point of cutting off that life, that identity. Took me 4 years to really realize that softypapa is dead. That softypapa to become, you know, it sounds, right? But to become a new man in a new life. And that hat is emblematic of that old thing. I feel inspired to do some adventures just going alone. I'm also afraid of, to be honest. I know. It's very, very, I'm glad, Ben, that you chimed in right. You chimed in at the right time, making for. I'll tell you, I'm scared tonight. Hold on, I'll come back to the Million Dave question in just a second. Let me just talk to Ben here for a second. Yeah, it is the fun part, Dave. It's scary, and it is something that I have to overcome, and I'm really scared. I don't want to go back. I don't want to further, because after this supper, after I hit the a little bit farther on the 40, and I'll get off on Route 66, and then it's just me in the open desert for 100 miles. Cold, scary, an old bike with 100,000 miles on it. But you break down, but he's what I break down. I got my temp. It's scary, but as Dave said, that's part of the challenge. And I'm not trying to plug the book, but the book. Up there. And a reaction to that, how to respond to that, you know, because if you go out and do this kind of stuff enough, especially in, I didn't encounter the great indifference in Japan. I only encountered it here. Burping. Encounter it. It can leave you if you don't have a good way to respond to it. So that's what the book is about. The book is about my way I chose to respond to it, and it's worked pretty well. Kurt, do you still have contact with Ollie or Dave back then? No, I don't have really contact with anybody, anywhere. I pretty much whittled my connections down to my daughter, my wife, my brother, and my mom. And that wasn't a. It's almost like that's all I got. You know, I don't have it. There's not. I don't. I know it sounds so hippie. It really sounds hippie. I just don't. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not want to have friends anymore. Really. I have to go to a I have to go tomorrow. I'm going to the doctor. I might get ear. Hold on, let me. But you have to go. Does that mean you're leaving, Sarah? If you are leaving, take care. Good luck with the doctor tomorrow. I don't know exactly what ears are, but I hope that goes well. Why didn't you counter the great indifference event? No, great question, Mark. Speak the great opposite, and this is where it gets kind of weird and touchy-feely, but I believe it's true. The opposite of the great indifference is the great indifference basically is the landscape of the universe without life. You know, it's the inorganic, inanimate. You know, it's the cold emptiness between the stars, the cold heart of a stone. You know, the night wind. All these kinds of things. You kind of get the feel. It's whatever's not alive. Japan, the desert out here is very. There's not a lot of life, so you come face to face with a great indifference everywhere you go. In Japan, it's a temperate rainforest out there, and it's a riot of life, and it covers up the great indifference. You really can't perceive it because of all the trees and the plants and the crickets and the hornets and the bears and the boars and just and all the Japanese. I always think about doing some adventure rides. I always try to get my friends to do it. And I say yes, and in the end we never really go. I never really thought about just going alone. Ben, it's not for everybody. Um, thank you, Kenny. I think I do everything I can to take care of my family. So, um, but, but thank you very much. I get a lot of. I think that people get the impression that I'm not with them very much, and that comes from two things. It comes from the fact that I don't post about them anymore, because I choose to keep that my life private, and also because I post videos from the wilderness alone. But in fact, I only spend an average of 2 to 4 days a month away from home, and those are typically on a Thursday and a Friday, like I'm doing now. Very, very rarely I'll be back on a Saturday. So my family misses basically, on average, one dinner with me, or maybe 2 dinners a month. They don't see me. For the most part, I'm around all the time. I work hard, take care of them, support the family, all that kind of stuff. So I think, if it sounds like I'm being defensive, I guess it is, because I do get the impression that people think that I'm not taking care of my family, but I think the opposite is true. And I don't know that you were implying that, but I'm just responding to that sentiment that I get sometimes. So can you thank you. Oh, sorry if I misunderstood. Ben, and let's catch up to these. I always thought about doing. Ben's talking about going alone. And to see you doing this kind of shows me people can do it, and it kind of feels like a permission to think about it. Yeah, if you Ben, if you read my book, there's a disclaimer at the front and a disclaimer of the videos. There's risk in doing this. You got to be willing to suffer and die alone, and you got to be willing to take chances. But I like to tell you. In fact, I mentioned this to a coworker today as I was walking out the door at work to go do this with my backpack on. She says, "Don't go," and I was like, but remember. Safety isn't free either, and that's true. There's a lot of risk in not doing this kind of stuff. It's less tangible, but what you can. It's real. But only do it if you're that kind of person. What are you eating? It makes me hungry. Well, I'm just almost done with my omelet, ham and cheese omelet, and I had pancakes. Reminds me, I better start eating. Does YouTube Google changes discourage you at all from videos? Not in the least. Years ago, I made a lot of money. Good money on YouTube. Those days are long gone. And I make a steady paycheck. It keeps me in Starbucks. But nothing more. The monetary bit was never a concern. I would do this if the channel was completely demonetized. I don't even give it a second thought. YouTube is paying for this dinner tonight. It's paying for my gas. It pays for my GoPro. It pays for all those kinds of things that support this thing. But I'd do it even if I didn't have that. G. Hi, Leonor. Hi, G. Still working the same. Well, kind of. We kind of got subsumed into the mothership, so to speak. But I'm still working with the same people, same job. I've been promoted since I came to America. A lot more responsibility now. I'm Mexican. You live in California. All right. Leoldo. Oh gosh, I'm not saying it right. How do you say it? Leoldo, I think. Do you stream live? Regular schedule? No, definitely not. This is not my preferred way to do things. I'm only doing this because I happen to be stuck not stuck. I'm having dinner at a Denny's, and I thought it would be fun to turn it on before I jump into the deep desert. Thanks for the congratulations. That was getting that promotion was a real affirmation because I didn't at first when I came back I didn't feel like I belonged here. I let my skills. I took a 10-year break. I had a lot of catching up to do, and I worked really hard trying to catch up. So, I've watched your videos for a while now, and the story of you and your family has really resonated with me. I myself am a mixed Asian and European heritage and have grown up around the world half. Ah, Josh, I can certainly relate, not personally, but as a father of one, you are the future. I'm glad that that resonated, and I'm sorry that I don't share those details anymore. Where I'm from isn't very common. This isn't very common, and it's always been cool having the perspective on another family. It's comments like that. It's comments like that could bring me back to sharing my family life. Keep that up, and I might just do it. Family wouldn't object. I mean, I think my wife would really enjoy it because we do a lot of interesting things, and she's not one to share that stuff. But me, always just being, throwing the camera up and selfies and taking pictures of everything. I think it was a way that she could vicariously share her life. But Josh, I can understand that must be interesting being a place where that's not common, and I know it must be difficult as well. Having because when we were in Japan, Emily, believe it or not, was like you. There weren't many kids like her, and she had problems. Thanks, Josh. Oh, I appreciate the gratitude, but that's specifically. I mean, everything I just said a moment ago was a very positive thing. I mean, it's comments like yours make it feel like it's worthwhile to share, not just gratuitous sharing for the sake. Well, the thing that turned me off, the reason that I got off of the whole sharing thing on Facebook and YouTube, was because I suddenly realized that I wasn't. When you're sharing your life the way I was doing on Facebook all the time, you're kind of like a museum curator. I was just positioning all the little bits and pieces just right to give people an impression. I wasn't deliberately trying to make it a false impression, but I realized I wasn't. It was nevertheless, and the right word is a curated impression. And I didn't like that. But we all do that, whether it's on YouTube or anything else. And for example, one of the things about Mully that I really like um, is that he's genuine. If you go to his Facebook page, I think it says it on the bottom. It says, "I'm me," and that's true. You'll never you'll never see Mully being disingenuous. I don't think he can. Excuse me. I can. I can hide things. Be a little bit secretive. It's a darker side of myself that I don't deliberately do it. I don't feel like I'm trying to pull one over on you guys, but I didn't like that. So to the heck with it all. And that year away was very fruitful. Really did good, much better connections with my family, and I wrote a book and did a lot of stuff. You know, stumbled across the idea of the Going Alone series, YouTube series, you know, composed a good life. It was 2017 was a very, very productive year from October. No, it was September. It was late September, 2016, because I remember it was about a month before the election, and right up until the end of the year, and everyone came back to social media. Not arguably, but definitely the most productive year of my life. Hey, hi TKO Sam. Well, I don't know if there's any badasses out there, but I'll tell you, Sam, there's a badass wind out there tonight. So Sam, I know you ride motorcycles. I don't know if you can see my bike. It's parked right. Oh, there it is, right there, right by my finger. So it's just to recap, anybody's joining. I know Sam's here, so I think he just popped in. So I'm at Denny's in a place called Barstow, California, which is about 100 miles east of Los Angeles, out in the desert. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, kind of. It's along that route between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. If you were going to take that route, this would be a place to stop and get gas. Remember that song, that Billy Idol song? I think it's White Wedding or one of those weddings, and he says, stream of cars go to Las Vegas. That's here, out there. So I'm stopping here for a dinner because this is my last supper before I venture out to Siberia, the ghost town. So I thought I'd turn on the camera and talk to you guys while I eat. So Sam has a long one here, right here, Chico. So dude, I was wondering, you probably answered this before, but are you still working and living with your family? I only see your updates and you are going alone. So see guys, it's funny, it's interesting, Sam, that you say that because it's too bad you didn't pop in 3 minutes before because I was just rehearsing this. I was explaining why I no longer share about my family. And I am indeed with my family. They are here. And I won't suffer the long version because I just actually mentioned all of this. But we're all here. I just don't share about the family anymore. And I'm still working at the same place. And life is basically, I'm just, a worker bee, doing my life, having my family. Spend 2 to 4 days out in the desert every month. This is one of those 2 days. And unfortunately, it gives the impression to people that, they think that I'm alone, don't have family anymore, and spend all my time in the desert. Because Seaman was saying earlier, everybody, about curating. I can't. I tried to stop curating my life, and now I've curated another image. So it's too bad you don't seem to have any interest in live streaming on a regular basis. It'd be a good way to expose people to your philosophy and engage with young people in philosophical thought. I tried it. I kind of started up. And Sam, took a cue from you. Actually, you're the one that got me. I saw what you do with your live streams. That's just amazing. So I looked into it, and I found some live streaming technology. It's nothing like yours. And I tried it like 2 or 3 videos. I even created a little playlist. But Sam, you are the master. And thank you, Mark. That's encouraging. I may actually, you guys are giving me some good ideas. As long as you're doing good and they're doing good, that's all I care about. Well, thank you. And they're doing really well. Yumiko has got a job that she really likes. She's working for a U.S. headquarters of a large Japanese company here, working in the administrative department. She's having a lot of fun. She really found a good job she really likes. It's a Japanese company, so she's working in Japanese stuff, but she's interfacing with all the American clients. Emily's in school, doing good. She's in her junior year, one more year, and she'll be off to college. Well, I mean, we can only judge what you. Yeah, Sam, you're absolutely right. That's a good point, Sam. And so I thought that I dropped off basically all social media and everything for an entire year, and you could judge by the fact that I was gone because and I did that for a deliberate reason, which I explained earlier. Um, and but now I'm coming back. I can't escape it, right? It's either all or nothing, or curate it in some way. And it's a, do you talk to yourself out loud while riding? I do it a lot and don't even have a camera. I do. In fact, I talk to myself every dang morning when I'm riding to work. I have a 15-minute commute to work, and I do my good life meditation out loud in the helmet every morning. You might want to make a video doing an update called Why I Don't Make Family Videos Anymore. That's a good idea, Sam. Believe me, Mark, I've already been exposed through the videos. Ha ha ha. Kurt, you kick ass, bro. Thank you. Thank you, Tokyo Sam. Haha, Dave, I do too. Dialogue is important in philosophy. You guys, wow, there's so many comments. Good, I'm only crazy when going to purchase your book. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Seth, sorry, I don't know if you caught the earlier part, but if you send me an email, dinnerbytheriver@gmail.com or softypapa@gmail.com, it goes to the same place. I'll send you a, it sounds so hokey, I'll send you a rock from the Deepwater Wilderness where I wrote the book, where I'm headed tonight. Send me the email and I'll send it to you. Broken Tangent. Hey, Kurt, have a great time in Siberia. Just bought your book last night. Thank you. Really stoked to read it. Hoping to read it in an upcoming trip to the Grand Tetons. You are the bomb. Thank you. I love the Tetons. Be careful up there. I almost got killed by lightning one time up there. And thank you for buying the book. Send me an email if you want to rock. Can't believe I'm giving out rocks. Is there a hard copy I can find of it? It's not a hardbound, but it's a softbound copy. Yeah, go to Amazon and or just type "Going Alone." There's another book called "Going Alone" by a woman. It's about women's stories in the wilderness. "Going Alone" by Kurt Bell, and you'll find it. There's an e-copy and a soft copy, and you can get it in all kinds of different countries. Yeah, dude, I might be going to LA in June, so if you want, we can meet up. I would love to meet up with you, Sam. It's been a long time. I still remember the last time I saw you, at one of those YouTube parties. I would love to see you again. I don't know if I can keep up with you, but, and there's a lot. I mean, you're kind of an amazing person. I mean, the way you just go through life. You and I are very different, but I have a lot of admiration for the way you just go through life. You're not afraid. You're very courageous. You're going to have to lug home 100 pounds of rocks. I've been, yeah, I might have to. Well, we could do a sample live stream or rant. Yeah, that would be fine. Or we could do a moto vlog, right? If you don't have a bike, you hop on the back of the bike with me. Wouldn't that be the two of us on the motorcycle? Yeah, nothing too complicated. Well, I better finish up my food. So part of the reason I did this was I'm here is because the wind is blowing outside. It's desperately cold outside. Sam, you'll appreciate this. I got 100 miles of desert riding tonight into the deep desert in wintertime. When I got here at Denny's, I was full body shakes. I'm gonna be so cold. And then once I arrive at Siberia, I have to set up camp. It's totally dark out there and nothing out there, and the wind is blowing. It's gonna be miserable. So I'll fill up my thermos. Hey, dude, I think you're friggin' awesome. Just like I told you when we met. I remember you saying that. The fact that you are able doing your own thing while still maintaining the family and job is something I eventually want to. I recommend highly finding someone to spend your life with and having at least one kid. It's good stuff. It takes a lot. You have to compromise. I'm sounding patronizing. I'm sorry, but as someone who's gone through it, takes a lot of sacrifice, but it is well worth it. And here, coming from the going alone guy, it's kind of a strange thing because I have this book about going alone, but for the most part, I'm just an average Joe Blow family guy. Hi, Kurt. I didn't know you had a live stream. It's nice. Have a good time and be safe. Will do. I need my solitude and like going alone, but I'm not a good compromiser. Haha, yeah. I know. I don't know. Find someone who understands. I got really lucky that my wife understands this and encourages me in this. She knows that it pays dividends in our relationship. What is it you love about being alone out in the desert? At risk of, that's a good question, at risk of repeating myself, and I'm sorry, I'm not criticizing you by saying that, but I might be saying something I said already. The desert is the absence of life. I get to face down the raw, it sounds so hokey, the raw nature. It's like coming face to face with the stars, the raw elements where there's no life. And then you encounter this thing that I call the great indifference, which is basically, for lack of a better term, a universe without God. You face down the fact that there appears to be no sentience, no big picture back there controlling everything. It just seems to be mechanics and physics and all that kind of stuff. And it's astonishing and it's frightening. It makes you come back and you want to hug your loved ones and hold them close. I'm still too selfish. Well, you're young. How old are you, Sam? That's what being. I tell them I'm having these pancakes. That's what I'm eating. Wow. And an omelet. You should make a video as a culmination Q&A video answering this FAQ. Thank you, Sam. You have such a beautiful. Thank you very much. That's very nice. So you can refer people to that video. That's an interesting idea. Thank you. How come you're not scared of being out alone in the middle of nowhere? Maybe it's because I'm a girl. I think this way. No, Nala. I'm scared. I get really, really scared. I'm scared now. I don't want to go out there. That's why I'm making this video. I'm eating my food so slow. Slow chewing. But there's something very valuable that comes of facing down that fear. And I've enjoyed the dividends of that for 4 decades, and that's why I do it anyway, even though I'm scared. But being a girl, that's a different thing, right? I can't speak about being a girl, but there are vulnerabilities there, right? And you need to be sensitive to that. And at risk of being politically incorrect, I'm a father, and I wouldn't feel as very comfortable if my daughter wanted to do this, although at the same time I'd be very proud and excited for her, but I wouldn't be comfortable. Kurt, is that feeling, but for that matter, I wouldn't be comfortable if his son did it either. Kurt, is that feeling you describe as the great indifference a fleeting feeling? No. Well, yes. Yes. When I think about it, it's there, but when it hits me, it's like a slap in the face. I remember the first time I really hit it after I came back from America, when I summited this mountain. I remember I encountered the great indifference when I was in my 20s. I didn't know what it was, and I encountered it after I came back. I still remember that. It was like getting assaulted. It was by a monster, by a dead, indifferent monster. It's a weird thing to say, and it scared the living crap out of me. One that passes as quickly as it rushes over. Yeah, kind of. I guess you'd have to say it does. The actual experience of it is fleeting. The actual memory of it is. You don't seem like it. LOL. I don't seem. I'm sorry. It seem like what? Sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry. No, I'm a bit of an outdoorsman, Eagle Scout, and trust me, pancakes before a tough outdoor trip, great idea. All right, thank you for the endorsement from an Eagle Scout, no less. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you. This was given to me by a coworker. He had a BMW bike and he sold it and came over and said, "Hey," came over to my cube and tossed it and he says, "This is for you." Message retracted, Nala. No need to retract messages. What? Happy you started doing it. Did you just give me money, Sam?
You doing okay, sir?
Oh, you could have some more coffee, please?
You want more coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get you some more coffee.
Thank you. That's the second time that's happened. Sam, thank you, Sam. You gave me 10 yen. Wow. Happy you start doing these live streams and happy to donate. Keep up the good work and I look forward to more videos. Guys showing some love to Kurt for all the hours of entertainment. Stay back. I love you, Sam. Thank you, and thank you for the donation. I will use that to pay the postage for sending people rocks. Would you say that solo adventures like that make you more mature in a spiritual way? Yeah. They really deserves another video of its own, but you come back from this trip like this and you walk in peace. Sounds so hokey, but I mean, really do. I mean, it's like mellowing. Go back to the other stuff. I can go to a hard meeting. It's not hard like it used to be, because you see what's out there, and yeah. Wow, very nice. Congrats, Chris. You're the best, Sam. Yeah, Sam is great. Do you feel like facing the great indifference on a regular basis makes you more indifferent to it? No, I don't know. I don't face it that often. I only get out here every, twice or maybe once a month. I haven't been out here since December 3rd. It's a good question. I'm going to give some thought to that. But you know what, everybody? I think that I appreciate the fact that you guys... I wrote the same thing twice. That's why I retracted my text. Nothing bad. Oh, that's all right. Have you heard of a walkabout from Australia with Aborigines? I've heard of it. I don't know much about it. I heard about it. It's kind of a spiritual... The interesting thing for me, though, is going out and doing this kind of stuff is... I don't think it's really anything that's spiritual. It's profoundly factual. It's literally realizing that if you want love and companionship and comfort, we need to look to each other. There's nothing out there in the universe that seems to really give a damn about us. I know people have different opinions about that. At least I haven't found anything like that in my continued experience in the wilderness. There is something out there like that doing a damn good job of hiding, and some will tell you that's the case. I happen to think that if I find nothing's there, that's evidence of nothing. So I'm gonna operate on that principle, and I call that the great indifference until I learn otherwise. Still open to the idea. Well, everybody, now that I've cashed in, thank you, Sam. Actually, Sam, you paid for my dinner, probably. Thank you, Sam. And I will use the money to send rocks to people. I'm gonna close out, everybody, now, and I'm gonna get on the bike. Get my helmet on, and wow, I demonstrated my helmet, and get back out there in the wind and everything. And now I'm all blurry. And I'll post more videos as they come out and when I get back. Do you think about what you do is a lot about getting focus in the wild? No, it's a reality. Well, I guess you could call it that. It's a reality check for me. It used to be that I did it for fun because it would be fun to wander around in Eastern Japan, especially in Japan. There's so many things to see. Now it's I go out there and I go back out and I check. Is there really nothing out here? And so far, every time I go out, there's nothing out there. It's just deeper indifference, and I keep going further out. And hope you do more of these streams in the future. Enjoy it, Kurt. Thank you. Oh wow, Ben, thank you for my stone. Thank you for the talk, and have a good night in the wilderness. You guys literally paid for my dinner. Thank you, Ben. I really appreciate it. When you send your email, Ben, if you haven't already, let me know if you'd rather have a. Well, I'll send you two. I'll send you a beautiful tumbled desert stone and a piece of petrified wood, and if I get them done in time, a piece of hematite, which I recently collected. Set a Patreon dune, and I'll contribute. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. So I'm going to sign off, everybody. Have a great evening. I'll do more of these perhaps after I get out of the wilderness, and I usually stop off at an Arby's on the way back for a big roast beef sandwich after this. So that'll probably be on Friday evening my time, or Saturday. 1+ on the Patreon. Just a warning. I'm from Germany. A warning? I'm from Germany too. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, can I get the check too, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, you got it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I really like that food. It was really nice to have the pancakes instead of the toast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Oh, you did? You just bought the book? Well, I ought to do this every night. It's making money and selling books. What do you know? Thank you, Zetsuanova. I mean, because of the stone shipment. But hold on, warning. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's no problem. They're little tiny things. Even if it was big, I don't care. That's okay. No, thanks though. He probably means postage to Germany. Super. I get it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna sign off for now. Have a great evening. Stay black, as Sam would say. And as I would say, what do I say? Well, make it a good life. Take care. How do you turn this off? X?